So I'm super, super, super honored and excited to be showing this to everybody. The newest gold spella'tael card. The newest addition to the spella'tael family. Please, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for... Of course, they gave me the hardest one to pronounce. We have Saov Ainmhi'dh, a spell card, 9 provisions. Boost an allied unit by 6, and at the end of your turn, if this card is in your graveyard, transform self into Saov Ainmhi'dh Unity. This is a specter card. While in your graveyard, remove a counter whenever you play a special card. When the counter reaches 0, summon self from your graveyard to your ranged row. Counter of 3. So, let me put the two of them on the board together here. Right? I'm pretty excited. This is the first GabbyDigs Specter card. I like the art personally, and I was just noticing how Frankie's got the snakes and the sorceress has the fish. I'm really excited for however the premium is gonna work. Yeah, I think this card is pretty dope. Let me show one more thing. So as you can tell, Mr. Deerman is Simless himself. So I'm not sure for our GabbyDigs fans out there, Calvino knew. Simless is Francesca's father. He holds in his hand, not in his own card, but in the one that I'm showing now, his magical orb of insight. He uses this to look into the future, and he saw a terrible battle between the elves and the ape men, and so he entered a peace treaty with the humans to avoid the death. Frankie said no to that, and she made a deal with the Nilfgaardians, Emperor Emhyr, to regain Dol Blathanna for the elves to become queen, and for this, Simless did disown her. Some more fun facts. So Saov means spirit or ghost in the Elder speech, and Ainmhi'dh means animal in Irish. So this card means spirit animal, essentially. So as my first deck was like a Gord Dunka GabbyDigs special deck, so I very much see this being played. I really do. Also, I think the art is dope. It can be summoned multiple times, yes. Yeah, so it can every time it goes back into the graveyard. I did ask if that was the case, and I was confirmed. What would I pair this card with? So I'm picturing this just in my... I'm picturing this in my, like, symbiosis. It's not really a symbiosis deck, except it has Hamma and Caress in it. But in a spella'tael Gord deck, I am a little curious. I don't know enough about all the bronze specials that maybe there's something in, like, neutral land that would be even cooler. I know some people have been talking about how this could work, now I'm not sure I'm saying his word, how he could work in a waylay tactic deck. Let me just grab... These are the last cards for reference. So we got Frankie. I think it could work with Frankie too. It's cool because we were just talking about this mill meta, and it's not thinning. You get extra points, but it's coming out of your graveyard. So unless your opponent is, murdering it, which they could, but who runs squirrels except for squirrels? I've heard people discuss how Vanadane might work with Simless, and I'm curious how Saov could be incorporated into that. I had any... And yeah, and then I'm also curious with Elven Seer, because we just get extra special cards. I think we got a new, like, special meta GabbyDigs spella'tael happening. I'm optimistic. Also, I really do like the art. I am excited with all the premiums having all of this animal art nature. One thing that's unfortunate is that nature cards seem to be less useful, because who doesn't love a good ghost deer? Okay, I think I'm gonna go back into deck builder, I think, really quick. I also think it looks fun. Yeah, so just before I go back into deck builder, thank you guys. Let me know what you guys think about, yeah, the boost to 6, I think. I see it working with the sorceress. Like sorceress first, then play the boost, and then you already have a spell. Maybe if you have Frankie down, you get to have Heatwave or Oney works really great as your Frankie double spell. I don't know, it depends on the mill, but it does need to be in hand in round 1. Yeah, so part of it is I'm hoping Sunset Wanderers gets nerfed so I can take it out, so I can put this card in. Because right now there's definitely a place that's being held by Sunset that it's a max 16 for 9. I mean, it could be more. If you're playing it in a Gourd deck, you can play it all 3 rounds. So you're getting the 6 initial, you're probably more likely getting 12 or 13 for 9. Which, if we go off of that Power versus Provision chart that Lyrios just posted, they had 12.5 as the average value for a 9 card. So it's on the curve at least. The carryover is nice. There's not a lot of carryover in spella'tael. The second would be doomed, but if it's going to be a doomed card already, I think it would. But you are correct. You are correct. Yeah, so yeah, let me know. I'm gonna post this video on YouTube. I'm sure it'll be all over for people to discuss it. It was a little more complicated than I expected, to be honest. It's just, wasn't expecting a 2-parter, so that's pretty exciting. Thanks again to CDPR for the opportunity to do this reveal. It's been very exciting to... Man, just to stare at the art, I was like looking at this elf for so long trying to figure out who it was, and then they did the reveals on Friday and it was like, oh, I see. Okay. Here we go. It was vindicating. I'm like, that headpiece though. Okay, so awesome.